Good.
Okay, so we know that Bitcoin was introduced to maybe someday take the place of the money that we use now, like dollars and RMB. But of course that hasn't happened. And there's really two reasons for that. One, a lot of places don't take Bitcoin. You can't spin Bitcoin at a lot of places. But also, the value of Bitcoin changes so much, you wouldn't want to use it, right? You don't want to pay for a cup of coffee and then find out the next day that it's twice as expensive as you thought it was. So Bitcoin hasn't done that. But what if there was a way you could combine the interesting things about cryptocurrencies with the money that we use every day? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I'm going to tell you about stablecoins. And a stablecoin is a cryptocurrency that you can use like a cryptocurrency, but the value of it is tied to an existing fiat currency, like the dollar or the euro or the Japanese yen. And the job of a stablecoin is to combine the benefits of both of these very different systems. So it's like a cryptocurrency, which means you can use it to transfer money all around the world, and you don't have to go through institutions like banks or central government banks. You can just do it person to person. And also because it's on like blockchain technology, you can do what we call smart contracts, which are automatic payment systems that are based off code that use blockchain. But at the same time, you avoid the problems of the value of cryptocurrencies, where they're all over the place, because it's tied specifically to a dollar. And again, the purpose of these is to combine the good things from both of these systems. One drawback, and we'll kind of see this in the examples, is that unlike other cryptocurrencies, sometimes you have to have a centralized institution running this. So it takes away some of the benefits that you get from a cryptocurrency, but it also gives you advantages too. And now I want to give you two examples of different stablecoins, briefly talk about how they work and then how they're different, so you can see how this works in practice. First one is Tether. And Tether is a very simple, basic stablecoin. You, from your bank account, give Tether dollars, for example. And in return, you get the equal amount of cryptocurrency, called the Tether, that each one equals $1. Again, the drawback of this is you have to trust Tether that they will keep your money, that will give your cryptocurrency its value. And what Tether does to help make this transparent is every day on their website, they publish, this is how many dollars we have, and this is how many tethers there are. And as long as there are not more tethers than dollars, your cryptocurrency should have the value that it has before. And Tether says, it's good because you can do cryptocurrency things with it. You can buy other cryptocurrencies without having to go through banks and the exchanges, which can be messy. You can execute smart contracts, and you don't have to worry about institutions to transfer money to other people. But again, it's a centralized institution that you have to trust. And there have been problems with them. I don't know exactly, but people have doubted kind of their trust. The next one is a little bit different, and it's on the Maker platform, and the name of the stablecoin is the DAI. And this one is different, and I don't have time to explain all of it, but this one is different because you give Maker a cryptocurrency, in this case is Ether, and then you are issued DAI, which are cryptocurrencies whose value is tied to the dollar. But there's no centralized institution that's controlling this. All of this is run on the Ethereum platform, which is a blockchain technology, and done by smart contracts. And it's a complicated system, but in theory, the automatic contracts on the blockchain technology should keep the value of the DAI working. So those are two different models of different stable coins. One that's more centralized, one that's less centralized. Thank you.